Hi gang, good to see you. If you're new to the channel, welcome, hello, come on in, sit down. This is going to be a get ready with me, and I'd love to have you watch. I'd love to have you subscribe if you'd like to. There's a button down over here or down over there. I never remember which side. Please feel free to subscribe. You can hit the bell if you want to see more of my oddness. And it is odd. Hi Goose, that's the bird. So yeah, sit back, relax, and watch how I made this particular look with the Makeup Revolution I Heart Makeup Salted Caramel Palette. Thanks! Hey gang, so I'm just going to do a get ready with me. I've already cleaned my face, put my sunscreen on, my moisturizers, all those things. I'm just going to add my e.l.f. primer now. And that I just put on like this. Try to center myself on the screen. I just put it on with my fingers, just to go. My e.l.f. foundation, and this is in the lightest one, which I think is porcelain, but I will double check that for you. And I just use my hand as a palette. And I also like to use my, I've talked about this before, my Clarins Eclat, which is sort of a glowy thing. I don't know if you can see. So that's the foundation, and then that's the Eclat. And it just gives a little life to the foundation. My wet sponge, it's not a beauty blender, it is a beauty blender, I think it's the e.l.f. one. I'm just trying to even out my skin tone a little bit. In places where I need more coverage, like where the spots are, my lipid spots, my nose. So yeah. Not trying to erase my face, just getting a little bit of a base down on it. These are the concealers I'm going to use today. This one is the Clinique. This is the Clinique airbrush. It's good up around the eyes. And it twists up. It has a brush tip. So I don't get fancy with it. Just smoosh that on. Tiny blender, and go in. Blend it up on the cheeks. And then I'm going to go in under my eyes, where my little bag bags are. Just to try to bring them down a little bit. I always have bags. I always have that darkness under my eyes. You eventually have to decide between darkness under your eyes or crepiness. So I go light on the concealer under my eyes. Still really wanting to get rid of, I'm going to go through with my Urban Decay, and this is the 24/7 concealer, and it is in, what is this one? FBI. So I think it's the second lightest one. And I like this because you've got pretty good control. You can just go in, and it is a heavier concealer. You can see it really covers. Now, because this is a heavier concealer, I'm going to go in with my fingers and tap. I'm not going to use a beauty blender because the warmth and the oil from your fingers helps liquefy the makeup.
So you can just tap, 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 tap. And you try to keep the
concealer in the darkest spot and blend your edges out. And again, you're not trying to erase your face. You're just trying to even it out a bit. If your skin was, you know, like a baby's and totally not a mark on it, that would look really odd. So the next thing that I normally do, I didn't bring any powder. So I don't have powder. So what I do is I get the incredibly fancy toilet paper. You can use tissue of any kind, and you're gonna wrap your beauty blender in it. Or I like the little square sponges, but I didn't bring any of those down either because I'm never fully prepared to do anything. And you're gonna bounce it to take down a little bit of the oil without taking it like, so you're not going matte, you're just not quite so shiny. And it just kind of, I don't know, just preps the surface nicely. So you do pick up a little bit of product, but it's not too bad. You don't lose that much, and you probably have too much product on your face anyway. I usually have too much product on my face, so I'm assuming everybody else does. So I'm gonna give it just go through it. Oh, this is an essence in blonde. It's just my first step, and it's close to my natural hair color. So, and a lot of people are telling you to start from the inside of the eye to here. If you have narrow set eyes, you're going to want to do that. If your eyes are wide, you're going to look like a space alien. So you really sort of follow the natural inclination your brow already has. So for me, I go in a little bit further in there, and then I mark the top of my arch, just following the natural arch. I'm not a fan of the huge arches. Oh, there's my alarm. With the outside of your eye, you want it to sort of stay about there. If you bring it too far down, you can kind of look like a droopy eye. So I pick the edge there, and then I just go through and choose the shape. And going along the bottom, I don't make a huge arch there because it's the whole shape of your eyebrow that will give you the arch. So I'm just kind of, now if you have a really fine pencil, you can actually go in for a really natural look and just do little tick, 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 ticks, and actually draw more of the brow in. But this is not that kind of a pencil, so I can't really do that. And keeping a brow a bit straighter and fuller is a little bit more flattering. If you look at Snow White as opposed to the Evil Queen, although I always thought the Evil Queen had so much more fascinating and beautiful. But if you're looking for a more youthful look, you're going to keep your eyebrows less arched. It's like wearing ironic glasses or hats or anything like that. When you're young and you do it, it's just kind of hip. And when you're old and you do it, you just kind of look like an old lady, depending on, you can do it. Don't get me wrong. You can do anything. You can make anything work. And if you are happy with it, you rock it. And so for a lot of people that you could call your eyebrows done, but not me, because I'm obsessed with eyebrows. So I then go in with my Benefit, the pomade, the Gimme Brow. What is this? Hi, Kapow Brow.
I'm just gonna let the brush do the work. Just fill in. And everybody says it, but it's very true. Your brows are sisters, not twins. Nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. The more symmetrical, the better, for sure. Human beings like symmetry in the face, but a perfectly symmetrical face gets into the whole creepy valley thing. Or uncanny valley, that's what I meant, which is...
I'm gonna go in with my my high brow, and I'm just gonna do a little under the brow. And this was something Wayne Goss taught me. Just a little bit on the outside. And you can use any kind of a light eyeshadow or a highlighter. Like that. Ta-da! My brush or my bronzer. Bronzer? Having a blonde moment. My brush or my blush or my bronzer. And so today I am using the I Heart Makeup Bronze and Glow, which is the dupe for Too Faced Snow Bunny, I think. And that's what it looks like. It's like the summer version of the Candlelight. So I'm going to take one of my many blush brushes and I'm going to go into the bronzer color, the darker color. I'm just going to pick some up, tap it off. Right on the apples is kind of weird after a certain age because that's a very young. So I tend to just kind of, just sort of do a C.
For me, like this. To get a little, this is getting sort of like contouring, not really contouring because I'm not doing that. I'm not going in with the work. A little across, I have a very fine head that I have red, so I will put some of the darker color across the top. Just to make it recede a little bit. And put a little on your gels.
Then I'm going to go in with the lighter color and sort of pop it in on the top of my cheeks.
Down the center of the nose. A little bit across the forehead. Cupid's bow, chin.
That was the Bronze and Glow from I Heart Makeup, and it looks like a delicious chocolate bar. Another chocolate bar. I love the packaging. Do you find them a little difficult to open sometimes? That one was quite easy. Those are the colors that you're working with. And it does come with a list of what the colors are. I suppose I could tell you, but I do smell a little bit of chocolate. It does not like Too Faced in the, you know, that bam, it hits you. But, oh, and they always give you one of these, which is the, oh, they're the little swabs, but they're not brushes. So I tend to just sort of, I keep them. They're good for putting in the dot in the center of your eye or a highlight somewhere. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in and do my transition color, and I am going to choose this nice taupey one that's right beside the very pink. It's a matte, so mattes are better for anything that goes in your crease.
No, I don't have any eyeshadow primer on today. Because I like to see what the eyeshadows can do. Most eyeshadows should sit fine in your eyes without a primer. I always think a primer is more something you want if you wanted to, like if you're going out in the evening or something. So, there, that's that. And I do it again in, we used to call it a half C.
Now I'm going to take another fluffy pointy brush. What color should I use next? I think I'm going to go in with this caramelly color here because I'm really enjoying that kind of a palette at the moment.
Top off your excess. Don't blow on your brush. I mean, you can blow on your own brush, but if you blow on a brush and you have a customer or a client, they're going to freak out. And rightly so, because every time you blow on a brush, you are basically putting all the germs from your mouth onto their face. I don't know. That's what I was taught. And it stuck with me. Now, I find Makeup Revolution is very quite pigmented. So, you know, we have a tendency when we're using a lower end brown, a lower end product to think we have to really dig into the pan and really get that product out. I don't have that issue with any of the Makeup Revolution products that I've done. Okay, so I put that caramel over the mobile part of my lid, blended it up. I know it still looks crazy, don't worry.
This peachy one here.
Anyway, the fleshy tone if you were very dark skinned. Not very dark skinned, but dark skinned for a light skinned person. 70, I don't know. Nobody cares. Okay, that's a little darker than I was hoping.
Take my e.l.f. What is it? Which one is this? Does it say what it is? Blending. And I'm going to go in with the lightest color here.
And I'm going to go on the inside of my eye because I was wondering, maybe you want to accentuate how wide your eye is. And I am lucky I have fairly wide set eyes. I mean, genetic lottery, right? You get what you get. Just to bring that down a bit.
Now I'm going to go in with my angled blending brush and blend everything in.
Now, my boss is always complaining that we're way too hard on our skin, on our eyes, and our brushes. So he says go really, really lightly when you do it. You shouldn't actually see the skin moving. You'll notice that the skin's probably moving on me. If you're doing it on a client, you're much more gentle on a client. Because you tend to, they're like, what are you doing? People get really nervous about getting makeup put on.
Okay, now I always find I get a little bit on the outside that I don't want, so I can go back in with my, actually what you should do is with one side you're gonna kind of blend it up and out, and then pop a little foundation in, because I don't want it to completely go away, I just want it to fade. Okay, so this is, I'm not doing an extreme look. This is definitely a very daytime going to work kind of look. But I do need a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to go in with this bottom gold. It's not quite matte. Oh, yeah, no, that'll work. It's not quite matte. It's not really shimmery. It's just a little pop. And I am using the whatever they are called, I don't know.
And I'm just going to put it right on the ball of my eye. And push it into the lash line a little bit. And the same thing on this side.
Just to make the eyes stand out a little bit more. You can also go in right around the tear duct, not in the tear duct, but just like sort of around it. If you can see, just pop it in there. Again, if you have extraordinarily wide set eyes, you don't want to do that. You want to actually keep it darker in the center. Okay, so that's my highlights done. And the last thing I'm going to do is go in with this black color and go into the lash line and use it basically as an eyeliner without using a liquid or a pencil eyeliner today. A nice angled brush. And again, I'm going in with this black.
And just get up on the brush. And you're going to go take your angled brush this way. And you're just going to start out by just pushing it into the lash line. You can, of course, make a dramatic wing if you want. I tend to, on a daily basis, do less of a dramatic wing because I have a very prominent eye, and I find wings are very difficult. And I personally think if you're going to do a winged eye, then don't do a single color makeup, but that's, again, personal preference. And this eye, of course, will be totally different. But again, I'm just pushing that powder into the lash line. And if you want, you can
Bring it down. You don't have to. For a lot of women, they don't want to put it, especially if you have crepiness or wrinkles or anything under your eyes, you don't necessarily want to put it underneath, but if you want to bring it underneath, you can do the same thing. You're just going to push it into the lash line. But don't go all, what you do on the top, you do half on the bottom, is sort of the general rule. But rules are made to be broken, so you do you. If you want to ring the whole eye, you do it. That's my eyes finished. Hopefully they're blended well. Again, I'm still working at the lighting. I have my ring lights, so it is better, but... So that, again, was the Salted Caramel Palette, and I didn't use everything in it. There's lots of colors. The only one I don't think I'd probably use is this sort of navy blue. But you never know. I might one day. Cleaned up. So I'm just going to go in and...
The next sort of get ready I'll show you some tricks I have learned for doing a winged eye if you really want one.
It's the Essence. What's it called? Big. That's all I can read. And there is a trick if you're putting on mascara after. Some people put their mascara on first so they don't munt it on their eyelids, or they can clean it up. You can always clean it up. There's always a way. But a trick is to take a mirror and actually look down into it. And that way you can get your mascara on and you're less likely to ding your eyelid with it. There's lots of coats. I don't, in general, do my bottom lashes. I don't know why, I just never did. So it's not something I'm gonna go ahead and do. So that's the eye makeup look with the Salted Caramel, which I quite like. And I'm gonna go grab a lipstick out of my purse. Okay, so I like to condition my lips first. This I got in my Ipsy bag. It's just a balm. Any balm will do. If you want to line your lips, this is a Clinique. I'm not going to tell you what it is because they don't make it anymore. But it's just a brown color.
A pinky brown. I don't overdone my lips. I just go where my lips go. Just try and even it out.
Okay, and there are times that I'll just put that on and leave it. But I do like the NYX Liquid Suede. And this one is in 04. Yes, does not say what the color is, it's just 04. that is, I fixed my hair and got dressed, the completed look. There it is in full daylight. See, I always get these bags. If anybody knows a way to... I mean, Bella actually showed something that looked like it was really good on a temporary basis for like a really fancy night out or something. But if anybody has a tip or a trick for everyday makeup that helps make that look less pouchy, I would love to know it. And yeah, that's it. That's my look. It's a little smokier than I intended, but you know, go big or go home. Crappy outro again, because that's my thing. My thing is crappy outros. So thank you for watching if you made it this far. And if anything you found helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, I would love to have you. And you can stalk me on the interwebs. I'm wickeddollz across platforms. So wickeddollz with a Z on the end. Wickeddollz with an S might be a problem. I don't know. There used to be a porn site, but I'm not part of that. I'm really not. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.